Okay, so watching this video will support you for question number 5. All right, so for question number 5, you're being asked to find the direct variation equation. You're being asked to write this direct variation equation. So this equation is very simple. It has a letter y, that's a variable. Y of x is equal to k. K is the constant of proportionality. K is the constant of proportionality. That's just a y over x, which is equal to your unit rate. That is something that you know how to find by now. And anyways, it's y of x equals k, which is constant of proportionality, times the variable x. You can write it in this format, or you can write it in that format. I'm okay with either one. All right. So essentially, what you're basically doing for these these problems, or problem number 5, you're finding the letter k and then basically just writing it as as an equation. So let me go over to a few examples. All right. So I'm gonna write a direct variation equation from a table. So as I read this, it says find the direct variation equation. Now this table right here is proportional. I don't need to prove that. I'm not going to prove that. The way you prove it is by finding the constant of proportionality. So anyways, this table is proportional. So that's why I want to find the direct variation equation. So step 1 is to find the value of k. So k can be found in any form of x and y points except 0, 0. So we're going to ignore those points. So I could find k from points 10 and 5. I can find the value of k from the points 20 and 10. I can find the letter k, the constant proportionality, from the following points of 30, 15, because it's proportional. So that means no matter what set of points I pick, I should get the same value of k, which is the constant proportionality. So looking at the purple set of points, k is equal to y over x. So the y value is 5 and the x is 10. Okay, I am not done. So what I need to do is I need to plug this in my calculator and divide it out. If I do that, I get 0.5. That's my k value. Now I'm quickly going to show you how to do that for the blue one, for the blue set of points. So k for that value would be the same thing. So k is equal to 10 over 20. If I plug that in my calculator, I get 0.5. And it's the same thing for the green set of points. Okay, so y over x, which is equal to 15 over 30. That's 0.5. And I'm just confirming that this table is proportional, basically. Anyways, going back to the equation is written in this format. It's y is equal to k, which is a constant proportionality, times, I'm going to use a asterisk symbol for the multiplication, times x. We don't need to find the value of x. We don't need the value of y. For the equation, you just leave it as y and x. So the only thing that will change in this equation is the letter k. So what is k equal to from this table? I hope you're able to respond that the k value was simply 0.5. Everything else in that equation will stay the same. So y is equal to 0.5 times, I'm using the asterisk symbol, times x. This is now my direct variation equation. I don't expect you to know how to use it yet, but that's how you get your equation from a table. All right, now I'm going to show you how to get your direct variation equation from a graph. It's very similar to the table. All right, step 1 is to look at your graph and find out if there's a pattern. Now, I could definitely observe that there's a pattern every time I'm growing by 2's in the x direction, it's always growing by 2's. And I'm also observing that it's increasing by 15's. It's always increasing by 15's. It's always going to go up by 15's. Okay, by using that pattern, I'm going to find the value of k. So once again, k is simply written as y over x. So what was the pattern that you saw in x? Well, it was growing by 2. Great. What was the pattern you were observing for y? It was growing by 15. That's how you set up your constant proportionality. From here, you want to plug it in your calculator. You want to plug in that fraction in your calculator and divide it. And once you divide it, you will find out that you get 7.5. That is the simplest form of k. That's the true constant proportionality. You could do the same for example, if you saw a different pattern, if you saw this pattern of growing 10, going up 75, and you said it was moving over by 10 and going up by 75, it would still give you the 7.5. That's the magic of a proportional graph. Anyways, going back to your direct variation equation, it's in this format. You could write it in this format, or you could write it basically in a more simpler format, which is y is equal to the k value. What is k value for that graph? I hope you're able to respond. It's 7.5, and it's times, I'm using the asterisk symbol. It's located in your number 8 key. You just click Shift 8. So it's 7.5 times the variable x. So the only thing that's changing when you're writing your equation down, your direct variation equation, is the letter k. That's being changed to an actual number, or a number with decimals, or a decimal. That's your equation. That's your answer. This is your direct variation equation for this graph. Anyways, that concludes your support for this assignment. Make sure you do it more than once if you don't get it, and please watch the video more than once if you don't get it. I'll see you soon. Bye.